Hey guys, today I just wanted to come on here and talk about something that's a little bit more real than what I usually talk about. And I touched on this a little bit in one of the descriptions of one of my videos, but this is the difference between motivation and discipline, but specifically how that's all bullshit, and what the real true power of self is devotion. And this is a very powerful distinction that you have to make in your journey of self-improvement and mental health and physical improvement and spiritual improvement and becoming the person that you always could have been, right? When people start usually working out, they come from a place of self-hatred, right? Like I talked about in my first video. And also from motivation. Maybe you just want to look a little better, or you just want to become who you want to be, right? And that's okay. It's a good thing to strive for, but it's not sustainable, right? And that's I saw this TikTok a couple of days ago, and it talked about the distinction of discipline and devotion. And discipline comes from this place of needing to create someone new, right? And that's just not how it should be, guys. You don't need to create someone new. You just need to let yourself be who you always needed yourself to be, okay? And this is a very important distinction that you have to make. And devotion is kind of the opposite of discipline when you really think about it. It comes from a place of self-love and faith and belief in yourself and for your future self, and delayed gratification, and always having hope for yourself and becoming who you want to be, right? And today I was going to skip the gym. I had a really hard day. Sometimes, yeah, it's just how it goes. But and I was laying in bed, and I came across this TikTok of an edit of Superman, the new movie that came out, and he says that he just sees the video, right, of what his parents really were doing when they wanted Clark to come to Earth, right? And his father tells him that these choices and these actions that we make, these is what defines who we are and who we always could and needed ourselves to be, right? And this resonates with me very personally, because I used to not have the same correlation between my values and what I was doing with my everyday life, right? And that's why you need to better align yourself with your values and your beliefs and your underlining child, and understanding that it's okay. It's okay. You have to figure it yourself, and you're gonna make mistakes. It's just a part of life, right? And once I saw this clip of this TikTok of Superman edit, whatever you want to say, and I immediately got myself out of bed. I told myself that I made this decision to become this new reality, right? And I can only become this reality if I continue to show up for this part of myself that is striving to be who I always should have been in the first place if I stopped running away, right? And And this can be thought about in every aspect of your life, not even just fitness, like this page started out as. But turns out I have a lot more that I have to say, and I feel like some people really need to be able to make this distinction between self-love and self-hatred, like I talked about in my first video. And especially on these days where you do not want to go to the gym, you do not want to get up in the morning, and you don't want to do these hard things. It is particularly important that you show up on these days, because these are the days that build who you are going to be. You are who your actions are. And you guys need to believe in yourself and understand and have a little patience with yourself and self-love and just a little bit of hope. And this brings me to this other clip that I saw on TikTok of course, Spider-Man at it. And I actually did a presentation on this in high school, in English class, about Gwen Stacy's speech that she makes at her graduation. And she says that there are going to be hard days, right? But it's on these days that you have to have a little hope that things will get better. And they will get better, right? They always get better, guys. Whatever you are currently going through, there will be that light at the end of the tunnel. And I know it's hard to see it sometimes, but if you keep working on it every single day, I promise you guys that light's going to get a little bit brighter, and you will become who you always needed yourself to be, right? And you need to be able to win this battle with yourself, right? And this battle is your battle. It's no one else's battle. And I struggle a lot with these conflicting personalities with myself. I have I've been dealing with some of my close friends know that I've been dealing with depression for a long time. And some days I do not see that light at the end of the tunnel. But I get up anyway, I show up, and I used to not show up. But that's the power of neuroplasticity and creating a new reality with these actions that you can choose how you want to play out. You always have the choice, guys. And the goal of life that I've seemingly come to realize is that life is always going to have these problems. But you need to be able to create a life and perspective of having these good problems. Life's always going to have problems, but having good problems is the key to life. No matter what you do, every single time, there's always going to be that thing that tries to pull you down, right? And this is just life. But making the conscious choice and realizing that thoughts are just thoughts, and these thoughts are not who you are. The actions that you decide is who you are. It's no other battle other than you versus you. You are loved, and there will always be someone there for you. No matter how hard and lost you might feel, there will always be a better day. The sun will always come up in the morning. And if you face yourself in the mirror and deal with these problems and realize that it's a privilege to have some of these problems. It's a privilege to be able to learn and grow and have faith in yourself from these problems. Because without problems in our life, I think it was literally Jake the dog that said this from Adventure Time. But he goes, problems are a part of life. What's the point of doing anything if you're just gonna get it right away, right? And I feel like that's what makes life beautiful, is that we always have the choice to get back up. We always have the choice to continue our battle with ourselves. And I'm realizing now that it doesn't need to be a battle. It could be a way of finding a solution within yourself that you accept and that you understand, and changing that perspective from self-hatred and discipline to self-love and devotion. And yeah, I really just wanted to come on here to say this because I know that there's at least one person out there that needs to hear this, because I've been going to therapy regularly lately, and it has really been changing my perspective on myself and my ability to change my reality. So I want to say thank you to my therapist. I want to say thank you to all you guys listening. And yeah, I really hope that you guys decide to give yourself that chance, because at the end of the day, this chance is what leads to change.